Hello, my jellyfitters. My name is Jim, and this is your Daily Brogue for 20260711, the 11th of July, 2026. Let's see, what would I like to talk about? So I was spending some time writing some stuff up for not my blog, but I mean it's a little bloggy sometimes. So when I write up my when I put up my cartoons, I usually on Substack write up some thing about my cartoon, right? I say either something about the cartoon, something that's going on. I do bloggy things on the cartoon website. And because I am getting close to being able to sell that book, the booklet, the first act, I was talking about being very happy to be able to do that. I actually said I'm part of the problem and I'm happy about it. But you might ask, well, what is that problem? Well, the problem that I'm happy to be a part of is that the eel killed my monkey already. The problem that I'm happy to be a part of is self-publishing. So self-publishing did not used to be a problem, right? When I was a kid, there was something called Vanity Press, a Vanity Press, or something like that, which is just it's not even somebody printing their own things up. It was usually somebody uh, incendiary darts and a dagger. It was usually somebody who was I should have healed up down there. F Tech Magic H Life. Okay, good. It was usually a company would approach you and say they'd advertise this. We will print your book if you give us money, right? And then you had a book. eh, You had a book out. You were famous, and so in a way that uh, let's lots of these guys today. Lots of goblin conjurers. Let's see if we find anything that looks like it might help us. Okay, as long as we're down here, we've got all this crap. Okay, the self shiv. So I'm gonna call it a self shiver. Shiver has two V's. If it it's a thing that shivs, right? One V if it's a thing that you do. It's a verb, I think. No, I want to call the war pike something. Right? Where did it go? Call J. The Chigs sticker. Call E. E is a bad scroll. Tales of Foreseen banditry. Right. Come on, Kobold, wake up. Oh, God. That was a wandering conjurer. I mean, literally, it came out of, it spawned after I did all this. So let's see what we can do here. What is the Puce Potion Fire Immunity? What is the Gray Potion? Creeping Death. All right. What is the Turquoise Potion? Fire. So let's go over here. And it is a staff room. That staff is Firebolt 3. All right. I'm going to set that off. Just in case there were a bunch of rats, because 3 rats is not as many as come out of those things. Oh, there they are. Let's try it again. Okay, so I was saying I was part of the problem, but in the old days there was not a problem. In the old days, vanity presses took um, no market share from the real presses, right? Back then, vanity presses would just somebody would publish their books, and basically no one would read them. You could only sell them. And it's been a while. It's been a long time. You could only sell them basically by sitting around at a coffee shop or something, um, all day talking about your book and how cool it is and trying to convince people to buy it. It's been about 15 years since I've seen somebody doing that. It used to be much more common. And what happened was the big thing that changed all this, to my mind, is the is print on demand services. So since print on demand became a thing, right? We have been able to, what did I pick up anyway? A lightning. Got too many things. Levitation. Detect magic. Okay. Black jelly. So black jellies are super tough. So what I am going to do, so I have this detect magic and all this crap. The black jelly probably has, I don't remember what it has. Can't have a key, so it has an item, but that item is going to be good. So I'll come down here, detect my magic down here. So I have another, the black jellies mold. So we will drop the scroll of the black jellies mold. Come over here and try to get whatever it is we can. All right. Let's see, let's throw the black potion. Descent. Got the black jelly. So now the black jelly is very dangerously on the next level. So that was a mistake. Yeah, maybe it wasn't a mistake, but it was not good. It did not help. Strength. I think it's 3, right? Another strength. Okay, that'll help with the whip. Another detect magic. Okay, so they didn't have to worry about it, right? Until we ended up with print on demand. It was no big deal. But as soon as you had print on demand, um, and people started using the sort of things that went along with print on demand, then we had an issue, right? And acid mound is probably not here anymore. So let's go this way. Shit. I don't need to identify that whip. I do have the right strength. Right. Um, Indigo potion, good potion. Speed, invisibility, telepathy. Two full. Okay. I have to try some of these. G is probably detect magic. What is K? Identify. F, so apply K to Q, apply K to A. I did not find any food. I just have that mango. All right, anything else? Got 4 scrolls of Portagreep Woos. That's probably detect magic. 3 scrolls of Flimbridge, protect weapon. 2 scrolls of teleportation. And an M is mapping. Which means I can get my that indigo potion. And Tales of Porcine something or other. All right. So up until telepathy, good. Anything interesting? Do these guys have Goblin Mystic? Goblin Mystic has a School of Identify. And those are probably okay. Okay. That's exactly where I want them. They have no lightning charges. Okay. Let's see. Found the way out. Should I look for that? I probably should not do this. Yeah, there's nothing there. It just means I might have to fight the monkeys. Okay. All right. Nothing really interesting. So, um, Q, F. There we go. ET. So, uh, C. P. Rho R. Hallucination. Okay. So hopefully I woke up all those dudes. More enchantings, more strength. Good. Warhammer average. Okay. So let's see. Okay, so what do we see? So what's happened? Well, in the past, let's say 25 years or so, the average income of an author, a full-time author, has halved. Editors doubled, but the average income of full-time authors halved. Part of that is just the number of authors, right? And part of that is that artists tend to self-fund, right? So if you're self-funding, you're funding your own novels, right? Then, um, the amount of stuff that you get. Oh crap, underworms. Let's see. What can I do with underworms? Underworms are slow. You. So there's a key down there. Um, but it's going to be for something good, I think. Well, I can't promise it's going to be that good, but by G2T. See. Incineration, that might be helpful. T. So that will probably do. What was this? This is not so good, but a white potion. An unknown white potion at this point is probably a bad potion. Detect magic. I don't think I need that detect magic. Shattering. Interesting. Okay. Recharging, exactly what I like. Okay. Okay. That's bad because I have no armor to speak of. There was another ogre that I did not play with. Probably got stuck in here. Yes, he did. And All right, so those so part of the problem, the part that's good, is that publishers no longer have quite as much power to, okay, apply flaming zombie must have died. Okay, flaming zombies are fun, but only if you run. Okay, so I get one of these. Lightning, I have a lightning, it's not that good. I don't have a discord. I don't have a poison. Discord might be more useful than poison since I have 3 other offensive things. Okay. No good. White is bad. Goes for fire immunity up there. Down there. Okay. On the wrong side. Right? This is blood work. Um, Probably should not firebolt over there. Acid mound. Okay, move D. D and eat my food. Um, because I'm hungry. Whoops. Is that good plate armor? Okay, so in general, I would not do this, but I have crappy armor, right? Okay, and oh, there we go. And I, anti-magic, negate whatever magic is out there. Okay. Okay, hold on. My wife is okay. I have to go for a little while. But I will come back. What should we talk about when I come back? Probably. There we go. I should talk about +0 flail. That might be better for now. Probably I should talk about what's going on. So I think, why do I think it's good to have this kind of disruption in the publishing industry. Just saw the magic happening. Yeah, nothing left. Okay. And what's gotten worse? Crappy ring awareness. Hey, so what was I talking about? Who am I? What have I got? I'm on depth 11. I don't have much time. Why pod, well, print on demand is good. Mostly it's variety. Maybe I can talk about some of the books. I mean, they're not, I'm sure you've heard of some of them that have come out on print on demand and have become very well regarded. That I've been, that I've read. And so I think that's an important thing to acknowledge is that there's a lot of good stuff that shows up because of print on demand that just wouldn't work, um, or just wouldn't get in through the main publishing. Uh, I gotta be in the one I think of, right? Gotta use what I think I'm using. Okay, and I guess the big problem here is often that the big problem here is that the publishing houses have been publishing things basically the wrong things. They have not been doing a very good job of my dude. Okay. They've not been doing a very good job of providing some segments of their audience with adequate stuff. Okay. I switched to D. Okay, good. With the kind of entertainment that they want out of books. So those segments have to go other places. This is fine. This is not something that people should be upset about, right? This is an explosive centipede. Okay, so we will let him explode. It's +4 plate armor. Uh, Hopefully that's a good dude instead of just the monkey I lost. Did I lose a monkey? I probably lost a monkey. I probably want that. Oh, look. Are those all dudes I can get? That's guys. These guys are trapped. There's a bad thing. Lots of bad things. These are probably underworms because there are a bunch of them. These are bog monsters up here, hopefully. And so basically, I mean, the complaint, and I'm not sure how valid the complaint is, that I hear about. See, they are underworms. So okay. Do you have an identify? I have lots of identifies. Apply S2J. Apply F to the regular one. What can I get rid of? I should have been using those incendiary darts. Have I used up? I have used up all of my regular darts. Um, Unused stealth. Not really what I'm looking for. Did I lose a dude? I lost a dude. And something opened over here. Well, it's a good reason to have a crystal orb, right? So because, and in particular, I think, oh, they got a phoenix. Awesome. Okay. In particular, I think the problem is that um, my mystic survived. Very nice. I don't know how. Okay. So the publishing industry hasn't been doing a good job of what it's supposed to be doing, right? At least as far as my defense of it earlier. My defense said that the publishing industry was a good gatekeeper, or was a gatekeeper for case salamander we don't want. So we've got pixie and a dark priestess. I'd like them both, but dark priestess is excellent. So, because they've been very poor gatekeepers, let's just use that. Use telepathy. Okay, not a lot of dudes. Does not look like a good place to use a violet potion. Okay. A detect magic. Although I do have two new spells or two new dudes. So two new, I guess not spells. That healed the ogre up. That has healed the ogre up. So Um, these guys will going to stay out of that for me so I can flame it. Yes, good. Um, so the gatekeeping function, I'm calling it gatekeeping. I don't like the word gatekeeping, but the gatekeeping function of the publishing industry is good, right? It sorts. It's a middleman, um, but the fact that something is published by a major publisher means that it meets some sort of minimum quality standard, right? So this is good. This is good. This is something that we generally would like. What's the problem? Well, the problem is that don't my guys kill each other? Okay, we'll have to try to move that around so the javelins are in the right place. And my phoenix still exists. And so that's our major concern, right? Our major concern is that because the publishing industry did not do a good job of sorting wheat from chaff for certain segments, basically men, for so long, print on demand allowed people to create sort of male novels that they'd actually read. Um, so not only do we increase the variety that's available, we also compensate for some of the problems. What is the issue? Well, the issue becomes discoverability, right? The gatekeeping was supposed to provide us with good discoverability, and then it failed, right? And then it failed. Um, but we've got alternate methods of discoverability now, which include, blogs and things like that. Okay, where am I? What do I have? All right, it's egg. It's Q. Want to QM or FM? Shit, shit, shit. This is bad. Let me see. What have I got? Um, Okay. All right. I should have told that dude. Okay, what am I doing? Key. F. J. All right. Let's see, I've got lightning. Q. J. Do I have anything? Uh, okay, so this has been bad. Okay, so what? Oh, that's my dark priestess, and she's still alive. Very nice. Okay, so we got through the first bit of that, right? Which is, I don't know how well I explained it, but first bit is some of the problems with oh crap, a vampiric role. Remove Trust Sanctuary and Discord. All right. To find the way down, yes. Like a while. Sanctuary, all right. Enchanting. So, um, said there's some good things that are going on because of print on demand. Where did my dude go? There he is. Which is basically that it's been providing a greater variety of service to us, and giving us um, some respite, I guess, from some of the problems of homogeneity in the world of editors. Basically, we've got literary theorists. Our editors are people who've got their English degrees, they're women, they're rich. There's like one kind of person there, and they're making the decisions about all of the stuff that we're doing, right? And we dislike it. We only dislike it because we're not the people that are buying um, romantasy books, right? Romantasy is popular, but it is not the only possible um, kind of book you could be reading, right? So we basically had it forced upon us by the publishing industry, even though we don't really read it very much. We don't need a lot of scrolls of shattering. So that's what print on demand fixes, although it is a problem because it makes our sort of quest to create a better create systems that let us find good things, right? That we want to actually read. More difficult, right? It's screwed up that bit of what we want. Have an identify. Invisibility. And I don't actually want invisibility potions. Did they kill my dark pieces? I think so. And screw it. Use it or lose it, right? I do not want that invisibility. Let's see. Time to flood. Okay. Apply Q. Apply tips. E. J. What do I see? Still have an invisibility. Okay. Okay. And so what the problem that I tend to see is AI. So what has happened with AI in this case. Let's see, what am I doing? Where am I? What have I got? Okay, I need no acidic jellies. So D. So what we see with AI is disrupting some of that. And the thing that I actually saw the thing that got me thinking about this, in fact, was a couple of people who make role-playing games. Where is the flame turret? Complaining about so we had a couple of people who play role-playing games complaining about basically, oops, not what I meant, but good enough. Let's see. Complain about problems with drive-through RPG and AI-generated content for um, AI-generated adventures for D&D and stuff like that. And I find that extremely odd. And part of the reason why I find it extremely odd is because when I was first playing with AI, my first foray, for, foray into AI-ness, the issue I had was, well, I tried having AI run a Zork game for me, just to generate on the fly sort of old text adventure game. That was the first thing I did with AI. Very good still. Haven't looked at that for a while. and it was awful. I mean, it was really, really bad. Um, and so, okay, what can I do with this? Fly J to E, apply T, apply C, apply O. But this is um, a problem that this is a problem that we might have. You don't want to do that to a scroll of enchanting. That's on either side too. Out of there. Okay. More Krakens. Oh, crap. Do I have invisibility? No. What was this? Identify. Um, do I have anything to identify? No. These guys sound anybody for me. Is that a battle mage for me? So, the Lich. Uh, it's going to be bad. Levitation, no. Did not see anything good there. My dude. And finally I die. There's a Naga? Oh, grappling acidic jellies. I did not notice that. I should have noticed that before I did that. Um, and maybe I should have used some of the techniques or my teleportation charm. Um, but anyways, very good at all. Very good. I just need to talk about what AI does to print on demand. I didn't really talk about that, but we did say um, print on demand is good. It has the problem that it makes discoverability difficult, which was the whole point of having publishers in the first place, because publishers don't really do that much advertising unless you don't need advertising. This is one of the catch 22s, right? And so since they're doing a bad job of that because they've had some fairly telling uh, places where they refused to sell books, or they or the editors refused to publish books that um, were commercially viable, but they didn't like those books for whatever reason, or their you know silly political reasons. Um, Print on demand is has allowed people to actually find books that they like rather than romantasy books, which we don't like, right? So there we go. Acidic jelly, depth 19, 14,579 gold.